So you have a small business, you're getting started, and you're looking for healthy habits. Well, these are 5 healthy habits for your small business to help you avoid frustration, make your life easier, make you happy, keep you sane. Just follow these 5 tips, tricks, things to keep yourself going strong in your business. Number 1 is tracking your income and expenses.
So let's take a look at what tracking income and expenses is gonna look like. Number 1, you want to make sure that you're doing this daily. Don't wait and be like 6 months down the road, oh, it's July, maybe I should get caught up for the year, because it's stressful for you, and you also have no idea along the way how your business is doing. You also want to make sure that you're choosing a good bookkeeping software that fits your type of business. We actually have a video about bookkeeping software, so go and check that one out so you can decide which one's best for you.
Big point here is doing it daily, don't get behind, staying on top of where you're at. Okay, and so the next thing would be reconciling the bank account monthly, keeping on track of that.
Yeah, so let's take a second and let's actually talk about what is reconciling, because that term may be foreign to a lot of you. So when you think about reconciling your bank account, it's when you're actually accounting for all the deposits that went into your bank and the checks that you wrote out of your bank. So you're going through and you're clearing those items and making sure that they're all accounted for. They've all been entered into your system, whether it's manual or a bookkeeping software. Whichever way you choose to do it is fine, but it's just making sure that you've accounted for everything. We actually had a client not too long ago that has discovered a major error in their system or in their books because they didn't reconcile their bank account monthly. They've went back, they have found that they missed $500,000 plus in checks that didn't get recorded into their bookkeeping software. So that's $500,000 in deductions that they missed when they did their taxes. So they're gonna have to go back and amend. It's gonna be a huge tax savings for them. So always make sure that you're doing this. Do this monthly. Whenever that bank statement comes from your bank, do it then. Don't get behind. Same thing with back on point number 1, track your expenses or keep your software up to date daily. Once again, reconcile monthly whenever that bank statement comes from your bank.
So what I'm getting from this is essentially balancing your checkbook, just like you had your personal checkbook. You sit down, make sure everything's recorded. So this is what you're doing, but for your business.
Yes.
Okay. So another thing that would fall into this line would be having a knowledgeable accountant.
Yeah, so one thing you want to do is make sure you choose the right accountant, because you might think, well, I can handle some of these things on my own, but it's not your job to actually know all of the laws surrounding whether it's bookkeeping or taxes. You're in the business of putting roofs on, you're in the business of counseling, whatever it may be. It's not your job to know every intricate detail of how the taxes and bookkeeping part of it need to work. So hire an accountant, make sure that they're knowledgeable, check out our video about how to pick the right accountant, and then you'll be good to go.
Okay, great. So finding a good accountant is key for your business. And along those same lines of being proactive about your tax due and not like having that accountant to help you with that.
Yeah, so a lot of people, we see this in a lot of our clients, is they want to stick their head in the sand and they don't want to acknowledge the fact that they're going to owe taxes. They're having a good year, their net income is up, they know that they're going to owe more taxes, maybe more taxes than normal. Go ahead and be proactive about that. Get tax planning done by your accountant. Be aware of what it is you're gonna owe so you can plan for that. It helps with your mental mindset. It helps you plan cash flow wise. And it also helps know if maybe in your business you need to buy a new piece of equipment, depending on what kind of business you're in. You can go and do that and help lower your tax burden if that's something you need to do. Also, key to this is don't wait till December 31st to start doing this. There's not a whole lot you can do on the last day of the year to plan for your taxes or to try to find something to lower your tax burden. And if you wait until January 1st of the next year to worry about it, basically there's nothing you can do. It is what it is. So plan during the year. We always like to suggest to our clients, come see us maybe midsummer or early fall, and let's take a look and see where you're at so you have time to go ahead and plan for how much taxes you're gonna owe.
Okay, so 12/31, too late to save any taxes. And another thing would be, so paying off your debt and getting into a cash flow crunch.
Yeah, so I see this a lot. We have a lot of clients. The first thing that they say to us when we're like, well, how did you do this year? Or did you do anything that maybe will help you in saving taxes? And they'll say, well, I paid off this loan. Well, unfortunately, paying off principal of a loan is not a deduction. So what happens is they will pay down a loan, but it's not a deduction, but yet the cash is out the door. So a lot of people at the end of the year will, number one, they haven't figured out how much taxes they're gonna owe. They didn't do tax planning, so they've paid off a loan, so the cash is gone. But then when we tell them that they owe taxes, then they're in a cash flow crunch. So if they would have talked to us beforehand and did a little bit of tax planning and some cash flow planning, they'd realize, hey, maybe we only need to pay off half that loan and save the rest for taxes. So it takes away the stress of finding cash when it comes time to write that check to the IRS.
And hey, we have videos on cash flow and how to best manage that. So see the link below on better managing your cash flow. This has been 5 healthy habits you as a small business owner can keep track of and do to keep yourself happy, sane, and avoid that frustration. Hit the like button, subscribe, and have a great day.